Hello and welcome to Bedtime Story with Miss Anna. Are you ready to go to sleep? Kiss your mommy, kiss your daddy. It's time for story time. Tonight we have an amazing book called Good Night Gorilla by Peggy Rachman. Good night, gorilla. Good night, gorilla. Good night, elephant. Good night, lion. Good night, hyena. Good night, giraffe. Good night, armadillo. Good night, dear. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night, good night. Good night, Sue. Good night, gorilla. Such a nice book. All of the animals follow the zookeeper to his home. Can you believe that? I have another book for you tonight. This book is called The New Small Person by Lauren Child. Elmore Green started off life as an only child, as many children do. He had a room all to himself and everything in it was his. He was very proud of his room. He watched all of his favorite cartoons on his own little TV set. No one ever changed the channel. He could line up all his precious things on the floor and no one moved them 1 inch. When his Uncle Cecil gave him a jar of jelly beans, Elmore could sit and eat every single one, all by himself, in whatever order he liked. There was no need to worry about anyone eating the orange ones because Elmore Green's parents did not eat jelly beans. Elmore Green's parents thought he was simply the funniest, cleverest, most adorable person they have ever seen. And Elmore Green liked that because it is nice to be the funniest, cleverest, and most adorable person someone has ever seen. But then one day, everything changed. Somebody else came along. The new person was small and didn't do much, but still people picked it up and smiled at it and gave it things to chew. They all seemed to like it, maybe a little bit more than they like Elmo Green. The new small person didn't like watching Elmo Green's favorite TV cartoon and would squawk until the channel was changed. Elmo did not find shows for small people at all stimulating, but everyone said that the small person couldn't help it because it was only small. Sometimes the small person will come into Elmo's room and knock things over and sit on things that didn't want to be sat on. Once he actually licked Elmo's jelly beans collection, including the orange ones. As anyone knows, jelly beans that have been licked are not nearly so nice. But everyone say Elmo could not be angry because the small person was only small. Elmo's Green wished the small person would go back to wherever it came from, but Elmo's parents explained that this was not possible. The small person got bigger and things got much worse. One day, Elmore found the small person wearing his four most favorite outfit without asking. That's mine, said Elmore. It's not for small people. I want to be the same as you, said the small person. But Elmo's Green did not want to be the same as someone small. The small person followed Elmo's grin everywhere. He wanted to sit next to him. He wanted to copy everything that Elmo did. He wanted to be everywhere that Elmo was. Where are you going, Elmo? Said the small person. Nowhere, said Elmo. Can I come? Said the small person. When the small person said things like this, Elmo's grin would go and sit up on a tree. He did not want someone small following him around. One awful day, the small person moved its bed into Elmo's Green's room. Now Elmo's couldn't get away from it. It was always there looking at him. Sometimes it would stretch out its arm and say, "Hug." But Elmo didn't want to cuddle to someone small. However, one night, everything changed. Elmo's Green had a bad dream. It was very upsetting. A scary thing was chasing him, waving its grabbers and snatching his teeth. Elmo screamed, and the small person bravely got out of bed and clung onto him. "Go away, scary!" shouted out the small person. It was nice to have someone there in the dark when the scaries were around. A few days later, Elmo's Green was lining up all his precious things so they reached from his bedroom door all the way down the stairs. It was a very long line of things. The small person was amazed. "Oh," he said, "I could make them reach to the front door if I had more things," said Elmo. "I have more things," said the small person. "I have at least 5 or 3 things. You can have them." It felt good to have someone there who understood why a long line of things was so special. Elmore opened his jar of jelly beans. "You can have a jelly bean if you like, Albert." His brother Albert smiled. Elmore smiled back. "Whichever color you like," said Elmore. "Except orange." The end. Such a nice story about two brothers, right? I have another story for you tonight. This book is called Where the Wild Things Are. Story and pictures by Maurice Sendak. The night Max wore his wool suit and made mischief of one kind and another. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Ma's room a forest grew and grew and grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day, and in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Till Ma said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all wild things. And now, cried Max, he let the wild rumpus start. "Now stop," said Max, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around from far away across the world he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being of king of the world the wild things are. But the wild things cry, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Matt say, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and snatched their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye and sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day and into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him, and it was still hot. I have one more book for you tonight. Our last book for today is called Llama Llama Home with Mama by Anne Dewey. Llama Llama morning light feeling yucky, just not right. Down to breakfast, tiny sneeze. Sniffle snuffle, tissue please. Llama's head is feeling hot. Llama's straw is heading lots. Achy fever, stuffy head, llama llama, back to bed. Time to rest, no school today, Mama Llama brings a tray. Fruity medicine tastes yucky. Llama Llama's straw feels gucky. Look around, not much to do. Trucks are boring, tractors too. Make a tunnel for a train. Llama Llama, fuzzy brain. Mama Llama gets a book. Have a listen, take a look. Heavy eyelids, drippy nose. Llama starts to doze. Up again and feeling better. Draw some pictures, make some letters. Llama wants a sandwich, please. Mama Llama starts to sneeze. Lunch is over, time for toys. Mama's head does not like noise. Mama makes a big shoe. Llama's out of things to do. Ooh, oh, Mama's throat is sore. Being sick is such a bore. Mama coughs and Llama yawns. How long can this day go on? Mama snores, hacks, and wheezes. Llama sick or sneeze. Soggy tissue, gobs of gog, sniffing, snoring, sneezing, yuck. Wait! Llama knows what's best. Mama Llama needs to rest. Get more tissues, bring a cup, fluff a comfy pillow up. What else could Mama Llama need? How about some books to read? Just the thing for Llama, sick at home, but with his mama. I hope that you enjoyed the bedtime story for tonight. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the little bell. Good night, good night, good night.